go.
Right.
Well, Shane, obviously all losses are tough to take, but that was hard tonight because we were in the box seat, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely. For the first time out of all of our games this season, we managed to get a great start. Prior to tonight, our best start was only 38. So to be 59 off 6 and all out for what were we 13 short. Extremely disappointing. I know how much effort the boys have put into tonight. The attitude going into the game was just outstanding. Our fielding and bowling effort was outstanding. We just couldn't put the game away.
We saw the impact of Chris Gale tonight when he is in full flight, and it certainly has some effect on the side, doesn't it?
It does. It doesn't matter who's batting at the top of the order, whether it's Chris Gale or somebody else. If you've got someone in the top of the order making a 50 plus, it gives you a great chance. And we haven't done that yet this tournament. We did it tonight, and we weren't good enough to support him tonight.
Let's look at the positives. When you opened the bowling tonight, you had two young guys opening your bowling attack. That's the first in BBL. A lot of people probably wouldn't have seen it as a brave move, but you've shown a lot of faith in some young kids in your squad, haven't you?
Yeah, we've shown faith in them because they're good enough. They're young and they're only going to get better. So, they're 19, 20, 21. A lot of our bowlers, and they've stood up really well to the challenge. But we got them here because they're good enough, and I expect that they're just going to get better, and because we have to get better. And they're going to have to get better. And so, again, probably the failing for us, the obvious failing for us throughout the season was our batting.
From a coach's point of view, what were the personal highlights for you? Development of players, what did you see that really made it good for you in that sense?
Well, I guess someone like Adam Zampa, who really only got signed at the last minute. We had our eye on him. We were just waiting to see what we would need with injuries and what have you leading into the tournament, right at the very end leading into it. And he ended up being the one that we wanted, and for him to get the exposure that he's had in this tournament and playing under pressure. As a leg spinner playing 2020, you're under a lot of pressure. So he performed beautifully. Did so again tonight. Gurinder Sandhu showed that he's definitely going to be a player of the future and a player to watch. Obviously, Dirk Nannes had a point to prove to a few people that he's still up to it at this level, and we showed a lot of faith in him, and he repaid that to us in full. So I'd say they're the main highlights, and I guess to Usman Khawaja really showing what he's able to do in this format was another real highlight.
You made it pretty clear what you thought the downside was, and that was obviously the batting at the top of the order overall.
Well, through the course of the tournament, it was clear as day that our top four weren't doing what we would like them, what we would have them to do. But that's the game of cricket. There's no guarantees about anything. So, as I said, 38 was our best start in 6 overs until tonight. You're just not going to win too many games when you're starting off so poorly. You would have anticipated the start we had tonight that we would have finished the job off, and possibly we've got ourselves into a habit, a losing habit, and just struggling to find a way to finish a game off.
What do you say to the critics of the team, the people who have been criticising Sydney Thunder?
Look, a lot of the criticism's been justified, but a lot of the criticism is off centre in terms of knowing the detail behind certain decisions that are made. We've got our challenges. We've got our challenges in terms of recruitment. We've found that really difficult, and it's fairly uneven competition in terms of recruitment. It is difficult for us to attract players for a variety of reasons. So, a lot of the criticism is well founded, but I can assure you that it's not been through lack of effort, through poor attitude, through not being professional enough. we just haven't been able to perform how we would have liked. And stick with us, our fans, and there are some really good signs for the future. And we hope next season that we can make dramatic improvement.
That brings me to the point. Have you got a core base of young players to look forward to a very positive future with the club?
Yeah, definitely. And we've invested in them this year, and they're really gonna show their worth in the next year or two. So, we're very keen to ensure that we push young players through and give young players the opportunity to show what they can do. And in time and with matches, they'll get better, and they'll be players that will help us win games.
Just finally, on a personal note, how tough personally for you will be? You've put your heart and soul into this, and the results haven't come. How tough personally?
Well, look, I love the job. I love coaching cricket. I love coaching at this level, and I have hopes to continue that in the future. So whilst we've been losing, I still love what I'm doing. But yeah, it has been really hard. It's been really hard, and it's been hard because we have invested time, we have invested a huge amount of effort, and that's why it probably hurts. If you don't invest the time, invest the effort, you don't really care about what's happening. So with the effort and the time and all the work that's gone into it to get the results that we've had, yeah, definitely it hurts.